Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Fractal Bitcoin. Welcome to the show.
Oh, forget it.
Oh yeah, this is your daily Bitcoin news video. We talk about Bitcoin, but we also talk about the collapse of fiat currencies, and it's all about your future prosperity and the prosperity of all of us, normal people who aren't the government. All right, let's get right to Bitcoin. The current price is right around 57,000, just below 57,000. And you can see today's a nice green day. I mean, a little green. We've come up, what? Probably $2,500. Oh yeah, you could see. Oh, you can't see it. I'm zoomed in, but yeah. Anyway, look, we're still waiting for September to pass. September will probably be not a great month, but October, November, December will be. I'm going to show you some of that in a second. But yeah, Bitcoin tagged the channel lows and bounced. So you could see here, this is the channel we've been in since literally March. And yeah, we hit the bottom of it and we sort of bounced. That doesn't mean we can't come down more. This low here, the $49,000 low, who knows? We might come down there, but it's just a good opportunity to buy and stack sats, but this is not financial advice. Yeah, and Bitcoin is up 114% in 12 months. Just hodl. Yeah, look. You're curious about the last 12 months? Yeah, that's the last 12 months. Still great. All right, it's been boring for the last 6 months. But yeah, we can't ever take our eye off of the fact that Bitcoin, this is what Bitcoin does long term in the big picture when you zoom out, right? Always have to keep that in mind. And yeah, Bitcoin's in a halving year. And in the previous halving years, 2016 and 2020, Bitcoin enjoyed 3 straight months of upside across October, November, and December. Yeah, so the the halving year, next year is going to be the bull run year. The halving year, look at this chart. This is great. You can see right here above my head, 2016, 3 positive months, October, November, December. This is 2020 right here, 3 positive months, October, November, December. And this year, well, we don't know, but it's looking pretty good. Something to be hopeful about. But yeah, in terms of ETF news, we've had 8 consecutive daily outflows. That's not counting today because today's not finished. But yeah, a total of 1.18 billion of outflow. And, from August 27th to September 6th, outflow. And so my question is, who is selling? What? Seriously? Okay, anyone who knows about Bitcoin, anyone who's been paying attention for a while and understands Bitcoin, they're not selling. In fact, they're buying. It's the people who don't know anything. They think Bitcoin is, I don't know what they think it is, whatever, a million different things they can think. But those are the people that are selling, and it's just weird. But, like they say, you're going to have a lot of dumb money come in during these bull runs, and people are going to buy at the wrong time, and they're going to sell at the wrong time, right? The classic example is when somebody waits for the peak of the bull run. And then for instance, in this bull run, let's say Bitcoin gets to $325,000 and it's on the news. Everyone's talking about it. And then you're going to have a lot of people that buy in at $325,000. Let's say that's the top. And then it'll come down. And guess what? Those people are going to panic when it gets to like 250,000 or something, or 200,000 when it comes down a lot. They panic sell. They lose out. So we need to do the opposite. First of all, with Bitcoin, it's easy. You just stack and you hold and you never sell. That's the winning strategy for Bitcoin. It's the easiest strategy you can think of. I don't even know if it would be considered a strategy because of how simple and straightforward it is, but I guess it is a strategy. So yeah, who's selling? I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, and I know that word weird, right? Didn't all the Democrat woke idiots, they just were over the past month calling all the Republicans weird, right? The memo went out, call everyone weird. Anyway, so see, that's what happens in the mainstream media. They ruin everything. Like rainbow colors, ruined. All kinds of different words, ruined. Anyway. All right, here's Anil. He says, if you just started learning about Bitcoin, this thread will place you ahead of 95% of people. And if you're giving a presentation on Bitcoin, steal these slides. Yeah, this is a thread. So I will link to this. You can check it out. It's about Bitcoin terminology and just a lot of general, simple, basic information about Bitcoin. Really good to know. Even if you've been in Bitcoin for a while, just take a gander through this thread. And if you have people in your life who don't know anything about Bitcoin, send this to them. It's just, again, it's education. We really have to focus on education. All of us. Not if just because you've been in for a year doesn't mean you can't stop learning. You have to always keep learning. And here, this is a video that's going around today. This is Michael Saylor, who was a guest on, I guess, what is this, CNBC? And yeah, he's talking about Bitcoin. It's 10 minutes. I'm not going to play it, but I will link to it. So check it out. It's always great when Michael Saylor goes on these like more mainstream shows and sort of blows everyone's mind, right? All right, subscribe if you'd like to, and let's get into a few stories of fiat and government nonsense, as I do a silent burp. Fiat and government nonsense for context, because Bitcoin solves these issues. So first here, never forget what they stole from you with inflation. Yeah, every day you're being stolen from by inflation. You know that, right? Yeah, well, check this out. If your parents made $80K in the 90s, you'd have to make $246K in 2024 to have the same life. $246K is the new $80K. Yeah, this is what the criminals at the Fed and the government, this is what they've done to you. They've just devalued your currency. Imagine having $80K in the bank back then, and then you still have $80K in the bank, and it's like you can hardly buy anything with it. I shouldn't laugh. It's not a laughing matter. Yeah, and here's the cops. It's not my fault. I just follow the orders that the pedophiles, murderers, rapists, and thieves give me. And if you think this is over the top, just keep doing a little research. Yeah. Yeah, and Dream Chaser here, who I often show a lot of posts that Dream Chaser makes. Great account on NOSTR. I think about this moment often. Yeah, this is the moment when Bill Gates decided to kill everyone on the planet. Right? Remember, you see that video? He's walking down the street and some dude smacks him in the face with a whipped cream pie. I mean, it was funny, but that probably is the moment. Scary. All right, yeah, and this is a big story today, too. Look, the world is clown world. Governments are horrible. Springfield, Ohio woman says homeless Haitians are trying to camp out on her front yard, says she wants out of this town. Quote, I have men that cannot speak English in my front yard screaming at me, throwing mattresses in my front yard. Yeah, so and I think this is her. Yeah, so just so you know, the literal clown world is happening, and the police, no one's doing anything about all this garbage. It's insane. This is insane. And yeah, here's a Thomas Sowell quote. I'm going to play you this one here.
When people say things like the government has to do something, I say, have you ever studied what happens when the government does something compared to what happens when they don't do anything? And for 150 years, the government of the United States did nothing when there was a depression. No depression during all those 150 years was ever as bad as the Great Depression of the 1930s, in which the government did more than it had ever done before in its entire history. The stock market crash occurred in October 1929.
Right.
2 months later, unemployment peaked at 9%. And then it started declining. And by June of 1930, it was down to 6.3%. That was when the first government intervention took place. And within 6 months, it was in double digits. And it stayed in double digits for the entire decade of the 1930s. When people say things...
Thomas Sowell is an absolute national treasure, a global treasure. This guy is a beast. He's just so good. And he's so scholarly, and he has so much wisdom. And this is true. Everything he said is true. And like no one knows that. So everything the government touches, it ruins. The government never helps you. Never. If you think they're helping you, it's just on the surface, and below that, they're absolutely stealing from you and devaluing your entire life and taking away freedoms and liberties. And I'm not exaggerating here. This is literally true. Study it. You'll see. Yeah, who will build the roads? That's who. If we don't have a government, who will build the roads? Yeah, we'll just, this is a headline here. Why has Joe Biden's $42 billion broadband program not connected one single household? Yeah, this is a post from June 27, 2024. And this is the post on top of it. Starlink is estimated to cost $15 to $30 billion to deploy the full constellation and can provide internet to the entire globe for $15 to $30 billion. Meanwhile, $42 billion in government grift hasn't connected one American using last decade's technology. So this is a perfect example. They're just throwing money. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and this is a great post here. Look at this. See this big NOSTR billboard in, I don't know where this is, but this isn't real actually. But Metamic from Geyser, awesome platform. It's a NOSTR platform, Geyser. You guys have you checked it out? Millions have been censored from social media in Brazil. So Bitcoiners are funding a massive NOSTR billboard in Brazil. So yeah, and help us make this happen. So I guess if you go to Geyser, you can find it. But this would be cool. But anyway, yeah, like this is just another example of an authoritarian government taking away freedoms and liberties from people. And now the people have to come together to do something about it. So I thought this was pretty funny. And I would love to see literally a billboard like this anywhere, everywhere. Thank you. But yeah, here is me waxing idiotic with Robin Sayre on his show. This episode was released today, and we had a great conversation. And I must say, on the show every day, I just talk about news. But with him, he asked some brilliant questions, great questions. And he really, like, you know how when someone's a good interviewer, they sort of draw things out of you? That's what he did. And when we got done, I felt good. And I was like, that was a good, I enjoyed that conversation. So maybe you will too. And we talked about a lot of things Bitcoin. So check out Robin Sayre's channel. Definitely subscribe to his YouTube channel. And I reposted it on Twitter, but I'll link to it below too, so you can subscribe to his channel. It was great. So thank you, Robin. And yeah, my shoelace broke today. Most people would blame Donald Trump, but I know it's actually because of climate change. Right? Oh my God, this is what happens in the world. All right, anyway, these are my frogs right here. Oh yeah, look at this guy. Oh yeah, there he is. Check him out. He's just chilling. It's almost like a massage for him, right? That's pretty cool. Anyway, this is our website, fractalbitcoin.com. Everything we do is here. Plus this link on the top says join our locals community. Click that. Come over here to locals and join. It's free. We're growing a community. It's a little slow going, but we're growing, and that's all we can do. So I appreciate you tuning in today. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to, and like the video, all that stuff. It's crazy. Every single creator who makes videos has to remind you every video, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. I don't know. Maybe I'll stop doing it, but then no one would subscribe probably because maybe everybody is in the habit of waiting to be told to subscribe. Anyway, I appreciate all you guys in the comments. Thank you, and I'll be back tomorrow for tomorrow's Bitcoin news video. All right, see ya.